Shalom, shalom. We out here on another snowy day in the elements, right? And doing all things for the elect's sake, right? Out here prophesying to the wind. If no Jake's gonna walk by, then we're gonna prophesy to the wind, right? Because that's what we were ordained to do. Alright? Now I drive out here to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel, so we can get the hell up out of here, right? Because we hate being in captivity, man. Right? Now if you home behind the keyboard, all cozy, drinking your what do Jake drink? They mug of coffee and they chocolate drink, tea, your hot cocoa and tea.
Tea with lemonade.
With lemonade and marshmallows in it, man. Get the hell up off the couch. You all cozy in your snickerdoodle eating that and by the fireplace. You know, talking about,
with the heat on.
Yeah. Hey,
Getting your feet
going on? Yeah, talking about they doing that again. Why they bring out that?
Second Timothy 4 verse 2. Preach the word. Be instant in season, out of season.
Right, in season and out of season. Whether it's snow falling in your face where you can't see shit, or if it's just raining, man, we don't care. We gotta be in season and out of season preaching this word.
That's right.
Right? Because we doing this for the Lord, man. Right? We all coming out here for the Lord and wake up Israel. Right? Bring out Psalm 63 and start at verse 1. Psalm chapter 63 verse 1. Because Jake get kind of comfortable. They get real complacent. Right? They get a little afraid to come out. It's too cold today. I know a lot of groups that's not coming out because of the weather right now. Sister, you got a minute for the word? What's your name?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie? You know your nationality?
Not exactly.
Not exactly. You believe in the Bible, Mackenzie?
Yeah,
A little bit.
I was raised on it, but it's not something I really focus on right now.
Why not?
Too many questions, I guess. Not really sure what to believe.
Well, that's exactly why we up here, sister. If you have any questions, let us know, pertaining to the Bible. But before we get to those questions, I want to bring out one thing. I gotta ask, what's your nationality? African American. Now, somebody uncover that sign. Now, sister, if you step over here, you'll see two white men. And their names is Leo Scipus Africanus and Americo Vespucci. Right? Now, that's where the word African American comes from. Those two different white men and their name. So if you take that away, because you're not two white men, last name, who you be? Who are you? Because you damn sure not two continents. It doesn't really add up. So now understanding you're not really African American, what would you say? African?
Really all right answer.
Which country?
That I don't.
See, we don't know as a people. Get Jeremiah 17:4. Now we're going to bring out scriptures. And we're going to bring out a whole lot of verses. So bear with us. Right? The reason why we're bringing out the verses is because the church, they don't really bring out verses. They might bring out 2 verses and then a collection plate. And then pat down your pockets. Talking about cough up the dough.
I can't afford that.
Say that again, sister.
I can't give to a church when I'm about to be homeless.
We can't afford that. We basically had to pay to go to church. That's going on.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 14, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee.
Right, the Lord is speaking to his people saying, we were going to discontinue from our heritage.
Go on, get some.
And I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in a land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger.
Right, because Israel kept sinning against the Lord. So as a result of that, they had to keep serving their enemies. Right? And when you're serving your enemies, you're too focused on working and you kind of lose your way. So as a result, you really end up not knowing who you are. You lose your identity. Right? And read it one more time.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage.
You're going to discontinue from your heritage. Right? If I asked you what's your heritage, what would you say? You said BET?
Right.
Yeah, our people going to say BET. They're going to say basketball. Some people might say Cardi B. She's my heritage. Beyonce, I'm a part of the Beehive. Bring that up.
Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11. Beside this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for a heritage.
For a what?
For a heritage.
So the Lord gave us the law of life for an heritage.
Right.
Everything that you open up and read in these scriptures, that's our heritage. So we're going to tell you one thing about our heritage. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
No.
We're going to we're bringing out the crux of the matter. All right? We're diving deep. Now this is a prophecy that actually happened in real life. All right? Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. Out the Holy Bible. All right?
Deuteronomy 28 and 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right.
Moses is speaking to the children of Israel saying, you will go into Egypt again. Why? Because they're sinners. They can't help themselves. But I gotta let you know, they already left Egypt. Remember the book of Exodus? And Moses, they parted the Red Sea. They left. But he's telling them all over, he's telling them again, you're gonna go back into Egypt. Again. But with what? With ships. You're gonna go back into Egypt with ships. Well, there is no other account in the scriptures where they went back into Egypt with ships. They didn't even go into Egypt with ships. So this word Egypt means something. And like with any other word in book, if we don't know it, we're going to break it down, all right? They tell us that in school as well. If you don't know it, open up the dictionary.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt just means bondage. That's what the scriptures is letting us know. So with that understanding, we're going to go back to Deuteronomy. This brother's going to get Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? Because we got to put two and two together, right? So the scriptures just literally told us what Egypt means.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Or you're going to go back into captivity or bondage. You know another word similar to bondage? Huh? Absolutely. Held captive, excuse me. Look, you look at this brother. This is like he's in captivity or having a good time. He's like a slave, don't he? Well, he was a slave. So we're going to show you one more precept pertaining to slavery and captivity in the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 10, right? Just to really nail it in your head, right?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 10. Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron.
Being bound in what?
Being bound in affliction and iron.
You look down, that brother's bound in affliction and iron. Literally.
Because they rebelled against the words of Yahweh.
Right.
Now that's it on that, but we're going to go back to it. Bring out Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You're gonna go back into
Slavery again.
With ships.
With ships. So if I ask you, how did your ancestors get to America, what could you tell me? You're going to say airplane? A ship, right? So we put it two and two together. Strike one, go on.
By the word whereof I spake unto thee,
Right.
thou shalt see it no more again.
Right.
Have you seen your homeland before? Exactly, because if you knew, you would have told us your nationality, right? Strike two. Go on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right, it's safe to say once your ancestors got off the boat, they were sold into their enemies, for bondmen and bondwomen.
And no man shall buy you.
In other words, no man will redeem or free them out of that captivity. So which people on earth can safely say those three things fit me? Which nation, I should say? Can a white man say it? What about the Chinese man? The Arabic man? East Indian man? African man? So which man? So-called African Americans, all right? So-called black people, which would be from the tribe of Judah. And everybody else you see on that chart, they can safely say, well, that's me out the scriptures. That's my people. So with that understanding, who would you say you are according to the Bible? I can't hear you.
Judah, American blacks. American blacks, Judah.
Right, you'll be an Israelite from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Now we proved that to you at the Bible. We didn't charge you $5 to let you know. We didn't say, you gotta come back in tight clothes to let you know. We're not that look, we're not operating like that. All right? We are here to freely let you know that you're an Israelite, and then you have to come back to the law, statutes, commandments. Now bring out Psalms 107 again, in verse 10, right? Because that sounds pretty rough what happened to him, right? Now how did they get into that situation? Well, we're going to read it to you again in the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 10. Because nobody likes being in that position, right?
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 107, verse 10. Such as sit in darkness and in the shadow of death, being bound in affliction and iron, because they rebelled against the word of Yahweh.
Because they what?
Because they rebelled against the words of Yahweh.
Well, these Israelites, they rebelled against the word of Yahweh. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father's name. Right? Some people might say God, I believe in God. Well, there's many gods, right? But there's one true God. His name is Yahweh. Right? God of the Hebrews. Now that's it on that. Now, what you got? All right, we're going to go back to that. Bring out Deuteronomy 28 and 58. All right? Because it's more curses. That's just one. If that sounded deep to you, check out verse 54.
This Deuteronomy 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Right, the man that might seem very nice and delicate towards you. He's saying, hey, Mackenzie, how you doing today? Hey, sweet thing. Hey, honeybee, right? Hey, sugar lumps. He might call you all these sweet names and delicacies and bring you flowers, but what?
And toward the wife of his bosom,
He's gonna have an evil eye towards him.
his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and toward the wife of his bosom.
Right, towards his brother and the wife of his bosom. Right, and that kind of goes into your so-called black on black crime. That's why we have the highest rate of domestic violence and violence towards each other as a nation, because we broke the Heavenly Father's commandments. All right, so as a result of that, the Lord is punishing us so we can get better. The same way you punish a child when he's doing something awful, right?
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Which he shall stay.
Which he shall leave.
Stay and feed them grapes.
Which he shall leave.
But who's known for leaving their children? Huh?
Black men.
So-called black man. I'd be damned if I see a Chinese man leave his family. It's not really known, right? It's not really prevalent. You don't really see it. Likewise with the East Indian man. During the summer, they like to come down to downtown Detroit and vacation and, sightseeing. And it's whole families together. And they all holding hands. And they all taking pictures. And they all eating coney dogs. So on and so forth. They might be wearing buffs. They having a good time together because the father's not leaving them. But the point is, I want to show you is, this is a curse that applies to us as a people, which lets us know that we will be the Israelites according to the Bible.
Right.
Because you have a lot of people around the world saying, well, I'm a Jew, I'm a Hebrew. For an example, you see those Jewish people with the yarmulkes? Well, in the book of Revelation 2 and 9 is going to tell you about these people and who they really are. Bear with us.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 2, and verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation.
Right. He's speaking to Israel because he knows our works and our tribulations. Get James 2 and 5 because we're going through it. A lot of our people are struggling to get by. They just had a huge strike or protest in New York for them murdering and slaying all of our people that are in the transits. So it's looking bad out here. It's been looking bad. Right? So he knows our tribulation, the poverty. We got to wake up, work for the man, right? Get the money just to put it in their hole. Hold that. Oh, Salaki, yeah, hold that. Go to Haggai 1 and 6. And bring yours out. James chapter 2 and 5. Right? Salaki, you go back to Revelation 2 and 9.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
But thou art rich. How can we be rich if we always poor and going through tribulation? I'm going to show you. Because precept must be upon precept.
James 2:5. It's the book of James, chapter 2, verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren.
Listen, my beloved brethren, go on.
Have not God chosen the poor of this world?
Right.
Who's the poor? Us. And we're going to elaborate on how we're the poor. Go on.
Have not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith?
Right, we're rich in faith. Although we might be poor in terms of money, we're still rich in faith. We're going to give you two more examples of us being poor.
Haggai 1 and 6. Ye have so much and bring in little,
You have so much in, but bring in little. Go on.
but ye have not enough.
You don't have enough. Why? Because you're still hungry. You think you got enough food in the cabinets, in the refrigerator? That's not enough. That's going to be going by next week. Go on.
Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink.
Right?
Ye clothe you, but there is none warm.
It's still shaking. It's still cold. We don't really have the luxuries and the textures of fabric as the so-called white man. They are cozy and warm, wearing a high apparel and costly apparel. We still cold up here.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Right? Because you don't want to serve the Heavenly Father with joyfulness and gladness of heart.
For the abundance of all things,
Then what?
therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies,
Right, so as a result of that, we're going to serve our enemies.
which the Lord shall send against thee, and hunger.
Yeah.
Hunger. Where do you go when you're hungry? Restaurant. What's your favorite restaurant, Mackenzie?
The one I work at, Mario Sushi.
Mario Sushi? Well, who owns that restaurant?
Japanese man.
Japanese man, right? And then the Japanese man, he got to take that money and he got to pay what you call property tax and other taxes, which is ultimately going to the white man, right?
And then,
So when you hungry, you're gonna have to go there. You might want to go to McDonald's. You might want to go to Checkers. You might want to go to Burger King, Chick-fil-A, you know, Mickey D's. That's all owned by the so-called white man.
and then thirst.
And then thirst, your Dasani, your Sprite, your Pepsi, your Coca-Cola, your water, your Dasani, you have to go to the so-called white man when you're thirsty. You don't wake up and say, I'm gonna go to my black neighborhood and you know, ask them if they got some water. If you're doing that, you know, you might be losing your mind. Go on.
And then nakedness.
And then nakedness. If you want clothing, you gotta go to the so-called white man.
And then one of all things.
You want a job, you better make a resume, print out the application, and take it to them and say, look, are you hired? You gotta go to the so-called white man if you want a job. You gotta go to the so-called white man if you want to learn how to ride a car. Likewise with an airplane. Same thing for a boat. You need a permit to go hunting. You actually have to pay for water, but water's freely coming down from the ground. So it doesn't make any sense. So we're just establishing the fact that we have to go to our enemies in one of our things. Whatever you name, everything you wearing, you got it from a white man. Everything we wearing and what we got came from a white man. 36:5. Go back to Revelation 2 and 9.
So we observe verse 9 again.
Revelation chapter 2 verse 9. I know thy works in tribulation
Right?
Going through it, we working hard as hell, still not making enough. But what?
and poverty, but thou art rich.
But we're rich in faith, because we have the knowledge and the heritage. Go on.
And I know the blasphemy
Which is a lie against God.
of them which say they are Jews and are not.
Who's walking around saying, I'm a Jew? Those Jewish people. They walk around with the yarmulkes. Fake Jews. Right? What those little crackers they be eating? Well, they eat a certain type of cracker that's just...
This guy.
You said what? Oh, minces. Yeah, them kosher crackers. Look, we the real Jews. That's what we explained it to you.
That's right.
Right? It said that...
And I know the blasphemy of which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah. Say that again.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
Yeah, but we gotta show the system. Revelation 2 and 9. I know thy poverty and tribulation, but thou art rich.
and the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are of the synagogue of Satan. They're not going to bring that out in church.
That's right.
They're going to wipe that out in church. Because they don't want the people to know who the real Jews are. Well, if you want to find out who the real Jews are, just looking in your mirror. You'll be looking at one.
That's right.
You'll be an Israelite. Go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 47. Or Slakia 37. We're going to show you one more curse. No, I get 66.
Deuteronomy 28 and 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee,
Right?
and thou shalt fear day and night.
Right, as a people, we kind of fear day and night. Right? To the point where we got to mean mug each other. We got to evil eye our brothers up and down. Right? To look tough. Because we know that our people is dangerous. Right? So we fearing day and night. Go on.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
Right, you walk out the street, if you're not getting shot down by the so-called white man with police, then you're gonna be shot down by your brother. You're gonna be stole, get robbed by your brother, raped, stolen, and so forth. Even your sisters.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
Right, in other words, in the morning time, you're gonna wish to the Heavenly Father, dang, I wish it was evening. Because in the morning, it gets kind of crazy. You see carjackings early in the morning, right? People get robbed at the liquor store early in the morning. Go on.
And at evening thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
Right, in the evening time, when you get a little later, you're going to say, dang, I wish it was morning time. It's a lot of break-ins. It's a lot of carjackings again, right? You're going to wish it was morning.
For the fear of thy heart, wherewith thou shalt fear.
So what it's really saying is, no matter it's morning or day or evening, at night, 2 o'clock a.m. or 2 o'clock p.m., it's always going to be some type of tribulation and adversity and hell going on within us as a community. So how do we stop this?
We gotta come together as a people.
That's true. That's one part. We do indeed have to come together. But once we come together, what's the plan?
That I don't know.
Well, that's okay. We're going to show you out the scriptures. Because again, the pastors won't tell you. Right? They might say, we got to come together. And and give me all your money. And then I think of the plan.
Right.
Give me your money. I buy a jet. And I fly across the world to think of a plan for you. All right? What and that's what they'll do though. They'll really buy jets and fly across different parts of the world with those money. 4 and 6. Start of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Give verse 5.
Deuteronomy 4 verse 5. For ye that cleave unto the Lord your God are alive every one of you this day. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
I have taught you, Israel, statutes and judgments. Go on.
Even as the Lord my God commanded me,
Right.
that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
That you should what? That we should do it.
That ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it.
So we have to do the law, statutes, commandments once we come together. Right? A lot of people come together and they say Black Panthers Party. That's not going to help. A lot of people, might come together and we might say, let's vote. That's not going to help. So coming together is one thing, but keeping the commandments, that's a whole nother thing. That's on a whole nother level. Because we tried everything in the earth. We tried petitions, we tried marching, we tried going for walks, we tried, going to the police, we tried going to office. Ain't nothing help. Ain't nothing help. I'm still seeing my brothers being murdered. I still see my brothers eyeing each other up and down the street. I still see my sisters being a harlot. Go to Leviticus 11 and 7. Do you know any laws, statutes, and commandments that the Lord told us? Okay. Any at all? Okay, we're going to show you a few. Just a few. All right. In the church,
It was just exposed in the church that the pastors was teaching the woman how to perform oral sex. Is that supposed to help you with salvation? That's not going to help nobody.
Leviticus 11:7.
Start at verse 1. What we're going to bring out is a part of the dietary law. Things that's really essential to live a healthy life.
Leviticus 11:1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, Speak unto the children of Israel,
Right.
saying, These are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth.
These are the beasts that you can eat among all the beasts on the earth.
Whatsoever parteth the hoof and is cloven-footed and cheweth the cud among the beasts,
It has to chew the cud, be cloven-footed, and part of the hoof. So it has to have those three properties in order for you to eat it. So let's get verse 7. Let's find out an animal, and let's see if this animal has all three or not.
Leviticus 11:7. And a swine, though he divide the hoof,
Right? Although he divided the hoof, the swine, the pork,
and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
but this filthy ass animal is not chewing of the cud. What that means is properly digest your meal. Right? So as a result of him not properly digesting his meal, what is it?
He is unclean to you.
He's very unclean. Because that pig can eat anything. That pig can eat you. That pig can eat your shoes. That pig might eat your headphones. So what we realizing is that a pig is a filthy animal. So as a result of that, we can't eat it. He's not fit for consumption. Right? Although he has cloven hooves and part of the hoof and be cloven-footed, he doesn't chew the cud. So we can't eat it. So now we understand that pork is an abomination to us. Right? What's other things like pork, pepperoni, pork chop, you know?
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch.
We like to call them shitlets. Because if you're eating the pork, you might as well eat some boo-boo.
It's pretty much what you are.
You said what?
Pretty much what you are eating. It's the intestines.
It's pretty much you eating. You gotta clean out the intestines. Well, I gotta clean out my meal. It don't make any sense. But our elders do it because they don't know any better.
That's what we was given.
That's what we was given. We was given the scraps. The scrapple, the scrump. Everything you could think of, they gave it to us. Pig knuckle. How am I eat a knuckle? It's bone. I'm gonna eat a knuckle. Are you kidding me? You can't even get full off of a knuckle. It doesn't add up. Go on. It's more than that though.
They are unclean to you. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
All right, now we move into sea life, marine life. Go on.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters, in the seas, and the rivers, them shall ye eat.
Right. So pertaining to sea life, it has to have both fins and scales. It just can't have one. It has to have both.
And all that have not fins and scales, in the seas, and the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So if it doesn't, it's an abomination unto you, meaning it's filthy. Right? So an example of an animal, a sea animal, that has both fins and scales is cod, whiting, tilapia, salmon, whiting, rockhead, sheephead, tuna, trout, big mouth bass. That's my second favorite. You know, salmon's my first. But the point is, you also have sardines. You know, brothers like sardines. Trout. Am I missing any? It's a lot more. But the point is, it's a lot of animals that's clean, that has both fins and scales. Now, certain animals that doesn't have both fins and scales, you got any guesses?
Lobster, shrimp, those bottom feeders.
Bingo. Crustaceans, bottom feeders, shark, catfish. Okay. Huh?
Dolphins, yeah.
A dolphin. Some people eat dolphins.
brother said eel earlier.
Eel? Brother said eel. A stingray? Huh? Snails. Yep, snails. People eat snails. If we see you eating a snail, we're gonna smack it out your hand. Oh oysters, mussels. So basically, any bottom feeder that you can think of is an abomination. It's unclean for you. Even shrimp. It's a video that went trending. Cut the shrimp in half, split it open. You'll see a long brown streak. What that streak is dookie. So you don't want to eat that dookie. There's another video, you got two tanks. One filled with clams and another without clams. And the one without clams, it was all filthy. Algae all over the place, it was muddy. It was crappy water. But the ones that did have clams and bottom feeders, it was spick and span. It was clean. Alright? You ever see the movie, what is it called? Finding Nemo? Remember the shrimp? He's the one that kept the tank clean. He was an OCD addict. He's like, I gotta clean it, I gotta eat it. So that's a shrimp's job, to be a bottom feeder. So that's just another example on why we shouldn't be eating these filthy animals. Alright, certain people get diabetes from it. People get, what's they call it, the parasites from it. High cholesterol and all of that. Now you wondering why you're in a hospital and you breathing all hard. Now you can't walk down the street. It's all the shrimp you consuming.
Alright, I gotta get going. Are
Okay.
y'all at a church or?
No, we out here every Friday and Saturday. We got a YouTube channel though. You got the literature. The brother's gonna give you the literature. You know, you can type that in, take a picture. We out here every Friday and Saturday. Before you go, Mackenzie, I gotta ask, what's your nationality?
Israelite.
Huh?
Israelite. Israelite.
You an Israelite?
Yes.
Okay, all praise. All praise. From Yasharala. Right? Gotta wear dresses too. Right? Deuteronomy 22:5. Gotta wear dresses. Alright, go to Nehemiah 1:6. Gotta slide that in. Righteously supplant. Get Nehemiah 1:6 and get second Naturals 15:8. Look, man, we trying to get the hell up out of here. Don't nobody want to be in captivity. We had enough. Right? Enough's enough. If you like being in here, then you might as well change your name to Kuma.
Nehemiah 1:6. Let thine ear now be attentive,
So we speaking to all of Israel. Let thine ear be attentive. Go on.
and thine own, and thine eyes open,
And thine eyes open. Right?
that thou mayest hear the prayer of thy servant, which I pray before thee, now, day and night, and children of Israel thy servants, and confess the sins of the children of Israel, which we have sinned against thee.
Right, so you gotta confess your sins, Israel. Right? We brought out some laws that our people, break. And breaking of the laws is committing sin. Somebody get first John 5:17. Alright? You can't be breaking the commandments.
Book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 17. All unrighteousness is sin.
All unrighteousness is sin. Go on.
And there is a sin unto death, not unto death.
Bingo. Get Romans 6:23. Right? We really need to enforce it, nail it in your head. Right? Because a lot of people eat shrimp till they die.